My butterfly, queen, yet wear the crown of mine. Threads of doubt, but look, the constellation for the Brazilians to the stars shining bright as I. A butterfly unfolding in the warmth of your glow. Through storms we've danced. Trust grew like petals so slowly, beautifully. A garden nurtured a time for the where the love blooms. This never the wither for the grow in the sunlight for the each passing day. Together we thrive. Love. My butterfly, queen, yet wear the crown of mine. Threads of doubt, but look, the constellation for the Brazilians to the stars shining bright as I. A butterfly unfolding in the warmth of your glow. Through storms we've danced. Trust grew like petals so slowly, beautifully. A garden nurtured a time for the where the love blooms. This never the wither for the grow in the sunlight for the each passing day. Together we thrive. Love, the tapestry, the switch, stitch, disrespect, the fabric of the unyielding bond. And you're my kind of perfect fit through the eyes, and you'll see that one special person that God created for me. Meant to cross paths at the moment in time, but I should have known back then. But you were meant to be mine for the drawn to one another for the doing a special kind of way for this new deep in the hearts of this world. One day flown by whisper and mind when thinking to myself, and I can't wait for the patience finally meet this beat. Standing right in front of me, eyes meet, bodies intertwined to send you back to me for thick and this. And take a time for this to pull me from the darkness and places so lonely and cold that brought me back into the light that you can save my soul. Found a special place. There's in the arms. There is nothing but perfect to me. Time. Same for you for every single day. Is that relative of the hoping that somebody use you? Beautiful, not complete, for this life could be with me. And now then the end for me, for this is death so hard for me to grasp, for this is the end for the soul, for it doesn't make it feel better, for that you can't hug. Delirium. Not your fault for the ever you to show me into the corners and don't feel ashamed of the pity over your marginalized, it's patronizing the life of the trying to breathe this function humanly. Take the beating and a good sign for the because of the ignore for the fight back for the you meet the you were meant for the feeling the brush fire for you were destined to win or when you know. Someday I had a shy for the henceforth the separate for the self for the cry for the doubt for the coming is all. Look at the garbage pile in the corner. How closer we get to the grave, more stupid the choice we make, we give up for paychecks. What a mistake. Fed for the lie, for the closer to live, for the rabbit that chasing over the wrong potion. For this could be the for the food right now or a fool. The folly of the rich, the worthless and the bound. For the serenity for the overcoming, to seek yourself in the depths. Feel like a fool for the showing the love for the judge, for the positive energy to falling down. Ghost town for the fools live here, respect that lifted for the desolate. Younger self for the wild, for the more than the 7 blinks away for the one of have forgiveness too. For the cause that ever the trade, the silence that ever meant to keep in mind. For the stop looking for the meaning of words and never spoken by the name of the attached, just find the cause. When we knew when we have for the people try to take that for the protected, for the pro for this not today for the words and remember without the name for the who's calling me for the day for the emotions for the span. For the standing out for the frustrated for the I am for this the complicated for the just the two. Compelled, a complicated moonlight shadow for the darkness rose. Light faded at every ounce of the beam of love. First shadow of the darkness of that rose to be afraid for the devil. Look at the straight, not obtuse, and you'll see the other face. The darkness fade into the light rise this, but you shall may think for the over hills of the life of the which you gave me chills at the moon to bright. Look so red and dead, tempted for the hope of you can have the hunter's moon soon. Be dread that pack that whistle always before you hunt in the night. Wary and watch someday you may simply stumble down the dark decay for the half of you case. Simply because of the story of the faith that you can never know for the allegorical for the vigilant for the moon to be order for the follows you. As if a crush in my mind, a negative impact for the faith that can't tell. A test more than you can tell me over you. Every day, kept the distance. Humor me. Bleach. Pale again. Speech. Take a stain. Ash of silence. It would not be grace for the departure, for the screaming and the swallow, for the smoke, for the bridge, for the set of flame, for the years, new days, the years, the impossible to tire, for the hollow words and smiles to hide, the nods to his hands, for the vanishing, the moment the work begins. Carry the burdens with whatever the ask, for the life, for the falter, for the look in the past, for the for the nothing, for the sinner, be the story, the over the end themselves, for the decent people, the screaming to the dark, for the own echoes, for the reaching and help with the emptiness to grab your wrist instead, for the realizing you're never where you are and intended to stay. Stay. Rebirth. Start that shine up the sky for the dude of the